everyone. Happy Saturday. I am so excited to come on here and share with you a little bit about some of the things that I get asked most often. In fact, I'm kind of doing a new thing that people are most curious about. So feel free to ask a question. You know, what are you most curious about? It could be about, I don't know, what I do for a living, Mary Kay, what that's like. It could be about the business. It could be about products or tips. Today, we're going to talk about brows. Okay, so if you're like not into brows, ask a question. What are you curious about so that I can make sure I answer those? But today we're going to talk about brows, and I'm going to give you like a quick little tutorial. People always ask me, how do you get your brows looking so even and perfect? And it's funny, I will tell the story to the day I died. One of my girlfriends, when we stayed the night together at a hotel for a conference, and I took my brow off, she was like, those are not your real brows? I'm like, no, they're not. So I'm going to kind of walk through a couple things that I do and give you some pro tips. The first thing I'm going to remove a brow using our Mary Kay eye makeup remover. But say hello. Let me know you're here. Say hi. I'm going to go ahead and remove. Actually, we're going to do this one. I get better light here in my office. You have to excuse the craziness behind me. We are renovating my office, and so I have like there. Black cord. I just realized that right before I was going to go live. Okay, so I just used our eye makeup remover, and I'm going to grab a clean one just to blot that dry. So you can see like these are the brows that God gave me. Actually, no, let me just say God gave me amazing brows, but somewhere in the 90s, we like went really skinny and thin. Does anyone remember that? Like, I mean, I plucked and waxed and tweezed, and now this is what I'm left with. So this is my doing. God gave me great brows when I was younger. And now the trend is something a little bit more fuller and more natural. Okay. So a couple of things that I want to share with you that we carry. And I would say my first pro tip when it comes to brows is know your product and know your skin type. So if you are someone who has oily skin and you have trouble like getting your brow products to stay, you know, we have a fantastic eye primer. Put that down first. Our amazing finishing powder. I have mine right here. Love this. I use this for everything, but it just dries and sets, I think, which is awesome. Also doing your brows after you put on your foundation, right? Makes a big difference, And then cleaning with concealer, right? That's another pro tip. And people are like, oh, how do you do that? I'm going to show two brushes that I think are also really important. So this is our Mary Kay brow brush. So it has like this little fine tip here and then a brow little, you know, looks like a mascara wand. They call that a spoolie. And that's to like comb through. So this is going to help keep your hairs in place. And then we have really great concealer brushes. So I got to clean my brushes today, so don't mind the product that's on it, but just a nice thin concealer brush so that you can go back through and like just clean the edges. And I'll show you how I do that here a little bit today. And again, you can also just keep it real simple. We're going to show you that too. So, all right, so know your products, know your skin type, very important. The products we're going to try today, some of them are waterproof, some are life-proof. What's the difference there? Waterproof is waterproof. Jump in the pool, girl, that ain't coming off. Life-proof, meaning that it's going to stay in place all day. But if you jump in a pool, it might come off and flex, okay? So important for you to know the difference, right? So the next thing we want to talk about is knowing your brow shape and style and like how much hair you have, right? Like you can see the difference. I am sparse in a few areas here. And so you absolutely need like a good brow powder, a good brow liner, or a really good brow pen to go in the areas where there are no hair. Right? And so what we carry in Mary Kay, I love our brow liners. So we have a number of them. We have two different kinds. So these are our definers. What makes these super cool is that they are life-proof. So they're smooth glide. They have like this micro tip that delivers hair by hair definition. It's life-proof, meaning it's going to stay all day. It's going to look like just freshly applied. And it's customizable, meaning you can be a little bit heavier, it could be a little bit lighter, and you can also wear it alone or wear it with our brow tints. And we're going to talk about those. And I'll show you the colors. We have 5 colors. And I actually use 2 sometimes, if I'm being honest, depending on my hair color. If it's my hair is freshly done versus like 2 months in, right? Because it just fades a little bit. And for you redheads, we'll show you some ideas there too. The other one we have, I just had to open a new one. This is probably my most popular brow liner. It's great for women who are going gray or have like really amazing platinum blonde hair. So this is our old school pencil, like gotta sharpen yourself pencil. And I'll show you the color difference here in a second. And what I love about this product is that it's, I mean, everything I'm showing you is suitable for sensitive skin, but this is waterproof. So this only comes in one shade, okay? It is our classic blonde. And I mean, I might be able to get away with this. Let me get my mirror. You know, no one's hair is all one shade, right? And so sometimes you want to play with a couple colors. So just to kind of show you here, I mean, if you're new to brow products, I recommend trying this one first because it looks good on everybody because it just kind of melds in. Unless you have like really dark brunette hair, you know, then you're going to want a different color. But if you're blonde, gray, even redheads, this is just a great product because it's just light and it just kind of mimics. And again, if you're someone who dyes their hair a lot, you know, you want simplicity. So you can see I'm just kind of lightly filling in the hairs. I'm not giving it any shape. But you see, I could actually get away with this. And this is going to be a more natural, everyday brow. What I have going on today is a little bit more of a dramatic night out brow. Yeah, there are different styles and different like colors for, you know, a fancy. It's like this is the smoky eye of brows, right? Versus the dash out the door of brows, right? So if you're new to brows and you're not like, you know, black hair or really dark brunette hair, then this brow product may be like the perfect fit for you. Okay, so what do I like to do with my definer? I use brunette, so that's my go-to. I just like my brows a little bit darker. You definitely, here's one rule. You don't want your brows to be darker than your hair, right? So I like mixing colors. So I like to use the brunette, and I'll show you all these colors here in a second. I'm gonna use my little Mary Kay compact, and I go where I don't have hair first, and I'm just gonna make little small hash marks. And then I'm just kind of connecting and filling in. I do longer strands right up through here. And I just follow my natural brow shape. You know, I have felt the pressure to have that like perfect brow that's like really rectangular and angular. The reality is my brows don't grow that way. And so, you know, I highly recommend going to a great brow girl or a great hairstylist who can help get your brows in shape. Holler to Judith Bowers, who's like my amazing hair diva and all that's golden and glorious about hair care and brows. Love her. She has her own salon called Magnolia. Shoot, Judith, if you're watching, tag your business in here. But I love it. She has a nice private office. It's just you and her. I love it. Okay, so I just go right in and I'm just kind of filling in, okay? Now I may go back with a second color. Like right now when I get my hair freshly done, it's a little darker. I just stick with the brunette, but I like to go a shade lighter and then really fill in and gives more volume. So again, like combining colors, totally doable, totally great, okay? The next thing that we're gonna talk now about are brow tints. And so I could wear this totally alone, but I could add a brow tint in. And you might be like, well, what is a brow tint? Well, for those of you who have great brows, like, you know, you're not missing any hair, but they're just unruly, or you want more volume, or your brows are going gray. I have a few male clients that love to use this to help just, you know, take the salt and pepper down on the facial beard too, right? Isn't that kind of cool? So the tinted brow comes in like four different colors. I had to look and count. 4 different colors. And again, we're going to show you the colors here in a second. It's like this really cool, like microscopic fibers that cling to your hair for fuller, lush looking brows. Okay. It's a life-proof formula. It kind of looks like a mini mascara. So it's easy to use for most of us. We're used to putting on mascara, and it's customizable, meaning again, you could wear it alone, right? If you have great brows, to keep them just tamed, or if you want to add it with a liner. Okay. Now I like to use the brunette, right? And then I love to use the brunette brow gel. Now here's the thing. You may say, oh, if I'm a blonde in the pencil, I'm a blonde in the brow tint. Not always, okay? So make sure like if you're using one of ours, have your Mary Kay consultant match you, right? The best thing is to play with it for a day and just to see. I like the brunette because it's almost, can you guys see like that color? It's like a reddish chocolate. And I always take the excess off, okay? Because there's always so much on this brush. Like this one little tube will last you like a whole year. That's something I love. I love that. And I'm just gonna come in, I'm gonna do both of my brows because I did not put this on. I just did brow liner today. And you're gonna see just a little bit of a difference. Now this brunette I feel is a little bit lighter than the brunette brow pencil. Just a little FYI. So you see how that just volumized that brow? And I don't even need to double dip because for the other brow, because honestly, this is like so much product on here. So I love it. And I'm just lightly combing it through. Look at the difference right there. Look at how that just gave me volume. It just thickened the brows. So again, it's really soft. It's not going to dry hard, which is really cool. And it just keeps everything in place all day. And again, like you can mix and match. Like I do the brunette. Sometimes I do my light when I'm more blonde. I'll do the blonde brow pencil with the brunette brow tint. Just like evens it out and looks really good, matches my hair color. But again, like I love the brunette. Notice how it just gave me a little hint of red. I have a little bit of auburn, like a red hint to my hair. That's in the tint. It looks more smooth. It's not so dark. I don't know. I just love it. It's my favorite combination. So love these products, right? But know the products. Know whatever brand you're faithful to. Check them out. I also love that our mineral eyeshadows and our Chroma Fusion line. Now, these are our new pink colors. You wouldn't use these for eyeshadow, or you wouldn't use these for brows, just eyeshadow. But our entire Chroma Fusion line, you can double as a brow powder, right? And I love, again, this brow brush, this little tip here on the end. I can use this for eyeliner. I can use this for, filling in my brows with my brow powder. So I love that. And I've done that for periods of time where I love having hazelnut, go-to color for that. And I just dip it in and I just tap and fill in. So depending on your needs, right, there's something there for you. I will tell you, if you have very oily skin and you've ever had trouble where you feel like your brows just slide off throughout the day, you definitely want to be using our eye primer. It's a sticky primer. And you would love using the mineral eyeshadows from our Chroma Fusion line to adhere, because the powder's going to be a little bit drier than something creamy in a pencil, or a little bit more like, liquidy. The tints aren't liquidy, but you know what I'm saying, just a different consistency. The dry powder in the mineral Chroma Fusion is just awesome. Okay, so great place to start. And for those of you who are brunette, I mean, I have used the hazelnut's a great color, but we also have like some really pretty like eyeshadows. I want to say Merlot's a little dark, but there's, depending on how red your hair is, right? Because hair is fun now, right? Like, pink and blue, and, depending on how bold and crazy, you might want a pop of Merlot, just a tap in your brows, because it just brings out that burgundy. If you've like real deep, like Dr. Pepper can burgundy colored hair, right? So meeting with your consultant, letting us give you some samples, or helping, kind of find your custom products that meet your look, we totally can do it. And it's super fun. So love these products, super amazing. And again, like I said, know your product line. When I'm done with everything, I wouldn't go without, especially with this heat and humidity, I would not go without our finishing spray. I took Lincoln to the Catoctin Wildlife Preserve yesterday. And I mean, I just did a real simple 5-minute dash out the door look. And my makeup was there all day long. Hot, heat, humidity, sweating, walking around. We were going to town yesterday, having a blast. And I didn't worry one bit about my makeup or anything smudging or falling. Brows looked awesome. My foundation looked great and fresh. I love that. So I always use my finishing spray. It helps everything you apply it to. So just a great product for the end of the season. All right, last thing I wanted to share with you guys is some concealer. And so we have an amazing line of concealers. We also have an under eye corrector in this line. But our concealers are great to almost like fix-it tape, right, for your brows. It's a great thing to do. So what I'm going to be using here is our Deep Ivory. Okay, I probably could go up to light beige right now because I have a little bit of tan. I'm not quite albino right now. And I'm going to go ahead and just put some right here on my hand. I mean, just a little bit, right? And then I'm going to come back to do not use a dirty brush, but I just didn't clean them since I got ready this morning, so just excuse me. But I'm going to use my cream concealer, and I'm just going to tap a little bit right in here. And I'm just going to come right in, and this is just like if I went too low or I want to make it a little thinner, and I'm just going to go right in through here, and it just cleans any mistakes up. It just really gives you that sharp finished look for your brow. Also, it's a great way to add some highlighter, right? A little bit lighter color right through here. And I like that because I hate putting eyeshadow up there. I'm just not a shimmer girl. That was me in the 90s. That's not me now. There's nothing wrong if that's what you do, but for me, I think it looks a little bit more natural with concealer. And you can go up on the top, and I can get really close and just smooth it and tap it through, and it just gives you that finished look with your brows. So those are some amazing brow products. Let me know, what are some of your most crazy questions, things that you're curious about when it comes to skincare, glamour, Mary Kay in general? Let me know, and I will make sure that next week I answer some more. So thank you for supporting my business and watching this live, and I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic weekend. We'll see y'all really soon. Take care, everybody.